Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the 2024 Discraft Great Lakes Open presented by Garrett J. Verberg. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk. I'm going to make this about me for a second because that's what we're all here for. This is the first time ever I've not known who's going to win. I've tried so many times, but I actually don't know. I know I'm such a good actor. You guys had no idea any of those other times. But anyway, it's anybody's game. Holyn definitely has a lead. She has the advantage. It seems like she needs to essentially make mistakes because her competitors are not able to catch her right now.
Yeah, Hailey King with a clean round as well, but not quite getting enough birdies to catch up with the deficit she had when she started this round. Not as many people under par today. I wish everyone would have shot like this yesterday before the cut.
Yeah.
Everyone came out with
It'd
hot
be nice.
fire yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, here's hole 10. It's an uphill par 4 at 507 feet. Distance is key here. Of course, keeping it in the middle is as well. But the further you get up, the less of a high ceiling, low floor situation you're going to have on your second shot. This green is a little tricky. There's a little bit of a dip on the right and left side. So sometimes you're left with some funky putting opportunities, kind of uphill towards the basket with some shrubberies.
We have generally seen our lead card and feature cards make quick work of this hole. If you can get to the top of that hill, it makes it a lot easier. Cat, great distance. Might be a little under that tree.
This is the first time I feel like we've seen a good amount of wind. Looks like it's coming from right to left.
It always seems a little worse on the back nine. Oh, beautiful shot from Hailey.
She's so good at keeping it nice and low, not letting the wind affect the disc. Holyn really good at trusting her discs in the wind.
Oh, yeah. You can tell. What a great angle. Man, Holyn looks comfortable.
She sure does. Kristin's had some early release issues today, but
wow.
she just sent that.
Gorgeous shot. So much spin on that disc to get that late turn that aggressive. Cat kind of ducking under these branches a little bit, going forehand, and a great shot.
Kat's so good at throwing those lower speed discs, really putting the perfect amount of pace on it. Hailey using the hole a little bit as a backboard, kind of slides up. She'll have a funky little downhill putt. There's a lot of those on this course.
Man, this hole looks downright easy if you get to the top of the hill. Such great tee shots.
It sure does.
Yeah, look at this. Little putter backhand.
I mean, they're not to putting range yet, but they are close.
What, to being able to eagle it?
Yeah.
Oh, Cat squeaks her birdie putt in there.
Great recovery from under that tree. It can be really challenging to get the distance even under the low-hanging branches. Here's this little weird downhill putt.
Not too weird for Hailey.
No, it's the type of putt that you don't practice ever, and when you are there standing over it, you're like, whoa.
Whoa is right. Holyn, kind of from the rough, but a nice short putt.
She really is looking very comfortable.
Yeah, 4 strokes doesn't seem like a huge lead, but man, she doesn't seem bothered at all. And our second star frame of the round, meaning $50.
Second and 10 holes.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is cool. $50 to Edge. Man, Holyn, our leader coming in, current hot round. What can't she do? Like, actually, is there anything she
I
can't
don't know.
do?
She's thriving here at the Toboggan Disc Golf Course.
Hole 11, a downhill par 3, 442 feet. Probably a little bit more reachable than some of the other par 3s. If you want to get all the way down there, you need an aggressive flex forehand. Backhand can work too, but it tends to kind of exaggerate the mistake. We're going to that short pin we have every single day. No out of bounds. Also, this is the hole for just throwing it in. We've seen a few.
Yeah, we've seen some hitting metal. We've seen some throw-ins. It's your typical downhill hole. Fun to throw, but a little bit scary with angle control. This is the most narrow this gap's ever been. It's pretty tough to hit it. And then on top of that, to try to hit it with the perfect angle.
It's like Kat's going to be caught up pretty early on the right side. Hailey also challenging the right.
The rest of the week, we've had a pretty pure tailwind that you can only feel up at the tee pad. Today, it looks like more of a left to right, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, super smooth forehand. Holyn hits that gap perfectly.
Just
oh, man.
Makes it look easy.
She's going to be in the circle, too. Let me see what that was. That was her ESP Captain's Thrasher.
She's heading up to the MPO basket almost.
Yeah.
Kristin with more of a typical route here, having to flex the disc through the gap to get that extra distance. This is a huge shot.
And that's more of the typical result, to be kind of in those bushes a little bit short. Circle 2, a fantastic shot, but just highlighting how good Holyn's was.
Kat has nothing to work with here. Tries to throw a Hail Mary, but gets caught up.
Hailey with a better look at it, able to go sidearm. Still going to have to throw it a little up and over these bushes.
Ooh, a little angle change at the last minute, but it's still good. Kat's third, still just chipping down to the green. Definitely trying to throw it in here.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, she gives it a little bit too much. She'll have some work coming back down the hill.
Kristin with a pretty open look at it from circle 2. Good power, but misses left. Holyn to extend her lead to 5 strokes.
Ooh. Ramping off the top of the basket. Gonna have a bit of a comeback putt.
And this is a little longer than you'd like for a bogey from Kat Mertsch here. Great putt.
Pure. Yeah, gallop it in. And out.
And out.
Okay, Holyn.
Yeah, that had some zip to it.
Very professional.
Hailey misses
Just
a little low right.
Yep, same spot all day. There were 2 birdies on this hole today. Danny Clyden and Owen Scoggins got it, both from circle 1. Really impressive shots. Hailey going to drop back into a tie for second. And they're both going to get 1 stroke further away.
Yeah, Holyn extending it to 5, even missing that putt. Crazy.
Here's another uphill hole. 267 plays more like 380.
Mm-hmm. Is that the whole preview?
And that's it.
Okay.
It's pretty straightforward here. Some trees.
Pretty straight up.
Avoid the branches. Throw it as hard as you can. Deal with the putt that you have. It's not going to be one that you love. Ooh.
Wow.
Dang hole.
Okay.
That is far.
putting the pressure on her competitors too.
She's just got that little bit of extra pop today.
She does. And she looks so casual out there. Like, is Business Holyn done? Are we going to see her again?
I don't know.
I feel like Business Holyn is stressed out Holyn.
She's definitely not here today in the chat.
What the heck? Kristin also just going to put it in the bullseye?
Kristin throwing the disc far today. Her and Holyn kind of matching each other on every hole.
Wow. Cat showing us that it isn't that easy to put it in the bullseye.
This looks like more of a tailwind here, so it's even more impressive that Kristin and Holyn were able to get so far up the hill.
Hailey with good power, but just a bit too far to the right.
Ooh, the trees just kind of pushed it right back out. Here you go. Isn't this where you're trying to go? You look lost.
So she's outside circle 2, just going to chip up a little forehand here.
I love these little shots from Kat.
Yeah, the floaty run's my favorite. Wow, look at this wind coming off the hill. Makes this putt scary. Or is it a tailwind?
I don't know.
I mean, it's usually coming off the... Yeah.
I can't tell what direction it is. But
well,
it is
it's there,
stiff.
and it's invisible.
But Holyn's close enough that it doesn't matter. Holyn was the only birdie today.
And moves to 6 ahead of everybody else. Man. Now that's starting to be a cushion where she can kind of coast. I doubt we'll see that, but she could.
I feel like Holyn's most comfortable when she is just attacking as hard as she can.
Stomping her competitors into the dust. Man, 6 down through 12.
Introducing Disc Raptor, the best way to clean and dry your discs on the course. Make short work of mud, moisture, and dust in a quick spin. It's there when you need it. Welcome to the future of disc golf.
Hole 13, another downhill par 4. This one's really fun, I think, 526 feet. It's almost eagleable. We've seen some throw-ins, actually. So I think forehand used to be the play, but we are seeing a little bit more of the backhand game. This is the main gap, but over to the right side of it, there are some gaps as well, kind of allowing for that backhand slightly flexing shot around the tree. I think largely we'll still see sidearms. This one feels like a must get.
Holyn definitely not putting enough on this disc. She's going to be way right. And this tree was very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great little kick. She might even have a gap to get to the green from there.
Kristin also going to be challenging this tree.
And she's going to find that right side. Thankfully, she trickled into the tree line. She might have something there, but that right side is pretty brutal.
It is if you get too far right. Like, Holyn might have a gap, but I don't know if Kristin will. Kat trying to go backhand, trying to get this thing to flip, but she's going to be, oh man, left into that little ditch of despair over there. It's thorny. It's steeper than it looks.
Erika's never been there, though.
I've just watched Madison crawl in there to get her disc.
I've never been there.
In practice? Yeah, you were.
Oh, was I?
Wow. Sweet shot. Hailey getting all the way down there. I think maybe even into circle 2 or close.
So pure, too. Right down the middle. Oh, I remember this ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's actually far enough.
Wow.
Wow. Where she... How far did she get? That was an amazing shot.
I don't know if she's quite putting, but I don't think she's very far. Holyn definitely has a little gap here.
Yeah, she's actually able to go down the main gap. And we'll still have to make about a 25-footer for the birdie.
This played as the second easiest hole of the day. Kristin filters far enough into the tree line where she is able to jump putt out to the green.
Easy work for Kristin. Hailey, what, 75 feet away or so?
What a cool little framed up shot.
Uh-huh.
There's no wrong way here.
Oh, Cat.
Man.
That would have been the most ridiculous birdie save. Wow, what a mean little roll. Holyn for birdie.
So through hole 13 right now, Holyn 25 down overall. Owen won this event 25 down last year and beat the next person by 2 strokes. So really impressive.
Yeah. Especially because, if anything, it's a bit harder this year.
Yep. Bit harder conditions, bit harder with the rough.
Kristin able to get the birdie. That's big with Holyn parring, Cat taking the bogey after almost saving a birdie.
And Kat knows this one is not one you can bogey. It's one of the easiest holes on the course. It's one that almost everybody is counting on getting.
And she's just running out of time, too.
Yep.
Hailey almost able to get that eagle. She's still 5 strokes back of Holyn.
Annika and Steen currently tied for the hot round with Holyn at 6 down. Hole 14, 550 feet. Really important to get a big drive off because the second shot, even though it looks pretty simple, straightforward, wide open, that OB line on the right side of the green gets in your head pretty bad. It's also usually really windy out here and kind of swirly, so you have to really trust your disc in order to get where you're inside of the circle putting, not directly at that OB line. It's a challenging approach, but distance really makes this hole so much easier.
Great shot from Kristin. So much power. And on that left side, we've seen her. She had kind of an unforced error there in round 1, but was able to correct yesterday.
It really doesn't look like Hailey's trying at all, and then it's just monstrous.
Yeah, that definitely sums up her entire style.
Holyn getting some elevator action, dropping the disc a little earlier than she would normally like, but past that tee pad is still great.
Whoa.
Oops.
Cat Mertsch really pulling over on that, and that's going to be out of bounds early.
I don't know if that ever crossed. I'm choosing the re-tee.
So instead of taking it from that corner, she's just going to re-tee with a stroke penalty.
There you go, Mertsch.
Wow, not what you'd think is going to happen after taking that bogey on an easy hole. This is also, with her distance, very easy, and she's out of it, and she knows it. I'd imagine it'd be hard to just reshape your mindset into playing for position here as well.
Yeah, she's here to win. We know that for a fact. She's one of the fiercest competitors in the field, coming off of a really great performance at the World Championships. So close to winning the dang thing.
Holyn making sure this stays safe, leaving a bit of a longer putt. But we've seen several competitors end up in that right side OB, so that was a really good shot.
Hailey knows Holyn has a long putt. She's going to try to put this thing close. Looks like the wind is that perfect right to left to make this shot extra hard. Kristin pulled out the sidearm yesterday. I love this play. If you've got the distance,
And man, looked like that disc wanted to fade, but really wasn't able to.
Yeah, that wind is
And that right to
ripping.
left, yeah. She's outside the circle, looking for another birdie. Ugh. That looked good the whole way. Holyn.
Huge.
Birdieing every other hole through the last 9 holes. Okay.
Kat with a little bit of work left to do for another bogey. She's good for it.
Yeah, good focus.
Just a very sudden turn of events for Kat Mertsch. Hailey, I would say kind of the only one in position to potentially catch Holyn.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 strokes. Still, I mean, it's never a comfortable lead, but
Holyn is just
everyone
looking
else
too dialed right now.
yeah, she is. Man, pretty crazy. Annika and Sten also doing really well. 7 down through 15 and solo third right now. Hole 15. Another birdieable par 4, but a difficult one, 567 feet. Forehand's a great play. You want to get past this middle tree here and try to get as far as you can, obviously, and then throw kind of down a hill and then right back up to a very steep slope. The rough on both sides is terrible. I think right side has a few more gaps. No out of bounds to speak of. There it is.
I like this hole.
I do too. It's 2 nice little technical shots.
Requires some really good distance on one or both. Hailey turfs this one early.
And runs away.
Uh-oh.
Holyn too.
What's his wind doing? Are they a little scared?
Yeah, those are some very low forehands. She kind of laps too.
I think it's a tailwind, judging from what was happening on the last hole. Or no, it's a headwind. Sorry, it's a headwind.
Kristin makes the adjustment.
Yeah, trusting her disc. She's going to be a little bit on the edge of the rough there. It could be difficult to try to get the power to get all the way to the green on the second shot.
Kat still trusting that hyzer flip despite the wind. Beautiful shot.
Hailey's so far away.
I wonder if she's trying to get there though.
Sure looks like
it. Yeah.
She knows she needs to really attack here. The trees are on her team today, kicking her back out into the fairway. Holyn.
That skip got her far enough to go for it.
Ooh, that wind is really taking control, hyzering the disc early. That left side, especially down towards the green, is pretty brutal. She could be facing a pitch out. It gets bad in there. We'll see what she has to work with.
Kind of looked like she was just trying to take some off and land in the middle as a slower speed disc.
Look at the wind just playing with these discs.
Yeah. Oh, great shot from Kat.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh, she's actually in it.
Yeah, she carried a little bit further.
She's able to get a little bit of a run up though, and she's gonna find that left side bush. There can be gaps, but it sure feels like just the densest.
Oh my God, Hailey, just low right again.
Yeah, her typical miss coming back into play here. That was a great attempt.
Wow, Holyn did not progress too far into the bush. You're very happy to land here. Kristin, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is more typical.
Ooh.
Cool shot.
There were only 4 birdies on this hole today. Let's see if Kat can get one and bounce back a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Catherine Anita.
And way to refocus after getting a few bogeys in the last 4 holes.
Always fighting.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Great job, Holyn.
Yeah, it would be kind of easy just to check out right now and just get through the rest of the round. It's a really impressive birdie. Holyn doesn't need to do anything crazy to hang on to the wind. She could just par out or even, get a couple bogeys.
Yeah, this island hole is one that you want to have a little bit of an advantage here, and she sure does. And here is that island hole. You're happy to have a stroke to give away here because it is not an easy shot. It is one reachable by everyone in the field at 396 feet, at least to cross into the island. You're not always able to get to the putting surface, though. It's a very long, straight shot. The wind is definitely doing something today. I believe it's a tailwind, judging from the other holes. You're just happy to get onto the island here. Any shot that doesn't land safely, regardless of whether it crosses, goes straight to a 55-foot drop zone towards out of bounds.
Cat with great power and great flip up. It's just a little bit too far to the right. Gonna drop short.
This shot is so hard if it's windy at all. It doesn't even matter what direction it is. We're all throwing drivers here, and it's just tough to control the angle when there's that much wind on such a small little surface. Hailey does a great job, kind of skirts it up the left side.
Yeah, I wonder if that was intentional. Regardless, she's in bounds.
The left side is big enough to consider.
Yeah. Oh, Holyn. Yes.
Holyn.
Come on.
What the heck?
Okay, she's just gonna park. How'd it play today? It's usually one of
the tie for the most difficult hole
Cool.
with hole 1.
Cool, just gonna park it.
Just gonna park the hardest hole.
And let's just cut it. Let's just crown Holyn as the D-Glow champ right here. We all know what's gonna happen.
It's wild. She's making this look so easy. This is not an easy shot. 24 competitors here today, 18 out of bounds strokes. So that's usually a pretty good signifier of at least, I would say, 14 to 15 people not making it onto the island.
Kristin gonna find that center tree and get stopped.
Will you pick up my safe?
Man, Holyn.
4 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation. 8 got to circle 2. Cat running for it, and that wind taking control. She's
Yep.
out of bounds.
Regular OB rules after the drop zone.
Ooh, Kristin running at it. Very conservative bid.
Hailey for birdie.
This is a tough putt. Ooh, you don't see Hailey layups very often.
Yeah. I wonder.
She's playing for positioning here.
Yeah, settling for second.
Holyn does look a little too good right now to try to chase down. Let this pony run.
Surprising. And I actually mean it. I didn't know any of this was going to happen.
Owen Scoggins was the only other birdie today from circle 2. No, sorry, circle 1. But Holyn, the only one to park the hole today.
Continuing her birdieing every other hole streak.
She's got to be just feeling herself right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's bogey free too. Winning by approximately 1 million. Also in contention to match her own course record.
Insane.
6 strokes Separates us, 2 holes to go. Hole 17 is a par 5, technically eagleable at 755 feet. If you want the eagle, you have to go really risky flex shot carrying the OB for a while. We've seen a lot of women kind of play up the right side and then hyzer into the corner, then lay up the second shot to the base of the hill, third shot going to the top. You want to make sure you get it up and over. If you land on this hill at all, it makes for some really difficult putting. Yeah. That's about it. Holyn's been going kind of straight on that right side. If anything, if she's missing deep straight.
The wind looks like it was a little frightening out there today. Holyn looking very comfortable with her disc. She's here with a purpose. It's so obvious. Nothing's going to get in her way.
She is here to party. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
And every time someone lets go of a disc, the wind is just doing things.
Yeah, that one traveled up about 6 stories up and down while it was in the air.
Looks like a bit of a tailwind, maybe right to left here.
Kristin trying to go aggressive, but the disc turns too much and... Oh, actually, that's a great bounce out of there.
Playing on these windy days is so frustrating. But Holyn making it look like her discs are like not really affected.
Yeah, she's pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm. Same with Kat and Mertsch. Look at this thing.
I don't know.
Go.
And the problem with that play is Kat might have to take it pretty far back. Yeah, very far back. She can still save a par from here, though. That looks like a great shot.
That's so good. God, that's so good. It's so far. That's every bit of a 400-foot shot.
Kristin left with a pretty awkward downhill run-up. Look at that follow-through. She gets a lot of power. Come on, fade. Wow. What a cool shot. Pure athleticism.
Hailey, I was going to say, has the power to go for it, and I love that she is.
Me too. She's going to be up the hill. Hopefully she has a look at it.
Holyn tongue out, going big.
Ooh, actually, that's going to be
Ooh,
in a little
short.
bit of trouble.
Doesn't quite get to the layup zone. She can still par from here. She might even have a way to get up to the green.
She's just kind of putting it back into position. Gonna take the par. Even a bogey's fine.
Kat, with an OB stroke, able to get up to the green and potentially save a par.
So easy to leave it short like that, though.
Kristin's third. Looking to bounce back from a bogey, and that's a great approach.
Perfect. Crest the hill by all of 3 inches. Absolutely perfect speed control and height control.
Kristin kind of looking a little more relaxed all of a sudden. It's like the pressure's off.
Yeah. Just trying to finish strong. Holyn.
It's just starting to mess around a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just see what it's like. I mean, she's been so perfect up till now.
I know, she's got to be exhausted.
Yeah, just cut loose, girl. Make a mistake, we'll still like you.
Hailey could have ran at that putt. Respect. Playing the golf thing.
I would wear that hat.
Playing the golf thing?
Yep. Holyn just going to lay up for bogey. Kat trying to save par. Leaves it short.
Birdie for Hailey King on the 17th. Always feels great to get. There were 10 birdies out of 28.
Kristin cashing one in too.
24 competitors.
And Holyn with that layup for bogey. It's a 2-stroke swing, but she's got 4 strokes and 1 hole left before she wins the dang thing.
What if Holyn came in and went bogey free to take the dub?
Yeah, I feel like she gave us that mistake. Just, yeah, so we all feel a little better.
Here is hole 18. It says 495, plays more like 600 or more. This first tee shot is very technical. It's difficult to not take some off to play it safe and keep it in the middle. You could go huge and definitely make this an easy 2-shot hole for birdie to finish out your round, but it is such a tricky angle off the tee with trees in a perfect position to get far enough up to pitch up to the green for your birdie. We've seen Holyn Handley going for it every day. Little surprise Hailey King doesn't throw a forehand here, but she's got this backhand so dialed.
That's so perfect. What a great shot.
Glad to see Hailey King showing out with some consistent golf today. So close on the green so many times.
Yeah, not her usual inconsistent nonsense, you know?
Her game plan's really dialed in nicely. She used to do some stuff where I'd be like, what? Kristin putting her drive right in the middle. She's got all the power she needs to get up the hill on the second shot. Dang, Holyn.
Yeah.
Still just... I think she's only comfortable throwing distance drivers hard. Like, that's what she's specialized in. And here she is looking to win D-Glow, where that's what you got to do.
Kat taking some off, just throwing the forehand like Madison said. Still a good shot. And she could still maybe go for it.
You want to throw at that big shadowy oak tree. That's the deep side. Kat just laying up. Her little bogey run here at the end hasn't looked bad. It didn't look like she was panicking getting bogeys. It just kind of a lot of trickled out. Kat's so close to taking a win here soon. Can't wait to watch more of her as the season closes out. Kristin Tattar, obviously, always looking super consistent.
I'm just going to park the last hole for a nice birdie.
Hailey King trickling back inbounds, giving herself a putt. It's kind of interesting because after this more like driver style open golf hole, we're moving into the woods for GMC and MVP Open the next couple of weeks. Holyn Handley looking so comfortable on these fairways. I can't wait to see what she does moving into the woods. She looked great at New London for Worlds.
Yeah, she really did.
It's an exciting end of the season. This is the time to pick up steam, and these 4 players are doing it right when you want to.
Kat laying up for that par. Looks like she's going to stay in that 6th place position. Hailey in solo second. One last birdie just for fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
One of only 6 birdies today.
Hailey with a good round at 7 down, but Holyn just put the gas on early, and every single hole, it seemed like, cruised to victory.
At Mertsch, the most fun to watch. Not happy with the second half of that round, but we'll see more of her in the next few weeks.
Kristin with that birdie to finish. Going to move herself up into solo 3rd. Only 2 down on the round.
Congrats to Holyn Handley, your Discraft Great Lakes Open champion by a huge margin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Discraft Great Lakes Open champion, Holyn Handley.
Holyn, You just added another prestigious title to your name, the Discraft Great Lakes Open. How does it feel?
Oh, so good. I mean, especially after how bad Worlds felt. I almost thought I was going to cry just walking up the fairway. That feels really good to win one.
What was it today that allowed you to separate yourself from your competitors?
I mean, I tried to take kind of what worked for me yesterday. Yesterday I was just in a really great mood. I was vibing with my card mates, and I was like, there's no reason I can't vibe with Kat Mertsch and Kristin and Hailey. So I just tried to come in with that same mindset and just stay really relaxed all day.
All right, Michigan, this is your champion right here, Holyn Handley.
She certainly was vibing out there today, mentally and physically, throwing some enormous shots. Almost going bogey free.
Yeah, she could have. She just laid that putt up because she could. She could afford it. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, shooting the hot round to go out, tied with Hailey King with solo second place. Kristin Tattar managing to hold on to third place, even with a bit of a rough round here at the end, and Owen Scoggins climbing up into fourth.
Annika Sten in fifth. Kat Mertsch going to wrap up sixth place. We're going to see all these ladies again. It's playoff time.
Yes, it is. We're heading to 2 back-to-back 4-round events. We love Smuggler's Notch, Fox Run, and Brewster Ridge. We get to go to MVP Open at Maple Hill right after that. And we're kind of winding down the end of the season with some fun, big events.
Yeah, I bet Holyn Handley's looking to win both of those after her victory today.
I mean, it was incredible to watch. It's her putting, her driving, everything was unreal. Congrats again to Holyn Handley, taking down her third Pro Tour victory this year. Thanks for hanging out with us for 4 rounds in a row. I know that's a lot.
Yeah, good for you guys.
But I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the Two Hot Geese.
Honk.
Honk.